Welcome to my channel. This is Family Man. In this tutorial I'm gonna walk you through on how you can use Excel. As we all know that Excel is one of the spreadsheet applications that we have. Microsoft Excel come in different versions. We have 2003 version, 2016 and even 2020 version. But the most important aspect of it is that when you have a basic idea or basic knowledge in one of these versions, there is the possibility you work in every of the versions. You are going to work in every of the versions, so you are going to use it. So this tutorial will be, I'm going to make several videos on this Microsoft Excel, and in this particular tutorial I'm going to walk you through to know how to know the different tools and the different part of this Excel, different tools, how they work, how you're going to use them, and the different part of this Excel. Okay, looking at this application, the first bar here, we call it the title bar. The first bar here, we call it the title bar, and in this title bar you can see the name of your sheet, as well as the name of the application. And in this same first bar we have the office button here. We have the office button here, and we have the quick access tool here. And after that bar, the second bar is called the menu bar. And in this menu bar we have different tabs. When you open them, you see different commands. After the menu bar we have the toolbar, which comprises of both the standard toolbar and formatting toolbar. After that we have here, we call it the name box, which give you the address of the particular cell which you are working on which your mouse pointer or cursor is. After that we have the formula bar. This Excel, which is a spreadsheet program, consists of rows and columns. The vertical lines are called the columns, and the columns is made up of the column heads, and the column heads are numbered from A to Z. And we also have the rows, which are the horizontal lines, which consist of the horizontal lines, and the row heads are numbered 1 to the end. And we have what we call the cell here. The cell is just this box, which is intersection of the rows and the column. And here at the right hand corner here we have the vertical scroll. At the bottom here we have the horizontal scroll, and here we have different sheets. Here we have different sheets. You can add as many as you want. Down here we have different sheets. You can add as many as you want. So that is it. And let's look at these tabs and these tools and see what they are and how you can use them. First of all, we have the office button, which if you click on it, we have the new open save as. If you need a blank space or a blank sheet, you click on new. If you have a sheet or a work that you have saved, you want to open it, you click on open. If you are saving for the first time, you click on save as. For the subsequent saving, you click on save. We have print. Before you print, you have to preview your print area. So that's important to print preview. And we also have print. When you are done with the print preview, you can click on print. So that is it for the office tab. And here in this menu bar we have the first tab. Here we have the home, and under home we have some tools like cut, copy, paste. If you are cutting, let's assume we have something like Family Man. So here, if you are cutting, means to remove it to that place and take it to another place. Here we have cut. You have cut it, then you go to another place and paste it. And after that we have copy. When you are copying, you are duplicating it. You have to, when you select it, you click you click on copy, you go to another cell, you click on paste, that is Control V, or you go to this place and click on paste, that is you duplicated it. That's the difference between copy and cut. And after that, we have some we have the font here. You can decide to change the font of your writing by going to this place, you select, you change the font. You can come here and increase or reduce the size of the font. You can come here, we have bold here, you can make it darker, that's bold. You can bend it, that is italicizing. You can underline it, that is this one, that's the U, you can underline it. And after that, we have borders here. You can decide to add border. Let's assume you select an area here, portion here, you can go to border. You see you have added border, and here we have color. You can decide to add color here. You can decide to add fill color here. We have fill color and font color. This is fill color. We have font color here. You can go here and select font color. So there are two different things between fill color and font color. Okay, let me undo some of the things I have done. And here, after that, we have some things here. We have alignment. You can decide to align your text. Let's assume we have something like go. So this text now, you can decide to align it to the center, align it to the center, to the left, or to the right. That is alignment. And after that, we have something here called orientation. Orientation, you can change the orientation of this particular writing. You see how it is looking now. You can change the orientation, and that is it. Let me undo it. And here we have indentation. You can take it out of the cell. You can make it go out of the cell. That is orientation. I'm pressing Ctrl Z to undo what I have done. And after that, we have the text wrap. The importance of the text wrap is that you can make all this long text to be in one particular cell. This is a cell. If you look at this writing, it has gone out of the cell. My name, the writing says my name is Family Man. It has gone out of the cell. So you can go to text wrap and make it to be in one cell. You see it is now in one cell, though the cell now is wider. Now we have match, and center. Now you can decide to match all these cells. You can decide to match them. Look at the cells now. I made it bolder. You can decide to match them by selecting them, and you go to match. You see you have matched it. So let me undo it. Now we also have area where you can format any cell with any kind of formatting you want. You can decide, look at this cell line that I have selected. You can decide to format it with currency. Now when you go here and when you select the cell and go here and click currency, it means whatever you type on that cell will be on currency form. You look at the number I have typed, it is now in euro. So that is the importance of currency. Now after that, we have conditional formatting here. The importance of this conditional formatting is you format but with condition. So let's assume I select this portion and I go to conditional formatting, and I go to conditional formatting and I said any cell that is greater than 20, it should format it with red color. You see, any particular number that is greater than 20 has been formatted with red color. That is conditional formatting. Let me undo it. And after that, we have format table. You can select a portion and go to format table, or let me select these writings. These things that I have typed here can go to format table, and you see it has been formatted with table. It has been formatted with table. Although you can decide to do it on already inputted table, or you can just select a portion and go to the format table. And here we have cell style. You can decide to change the style of the cells. Let me undo the format table. You can go there and change the styles of the cell. Okay, look at different styles. You can select any one you want and it will be there. Let me undo it. Now then, after that, we have insert. You can decide to insert anything you want. Let's assume in this place I forgot to put economics. I can go to insert and insert another column. You see another column has been created. I can now write economics, and let me undo it. And still you can still go to the same area and select any column that you want to delete and delete it. Now here we have format. You can decide to format a cell here. You can decide to format a cell by increasing the height of that particular cell. Let's assume, look at the cell I have selected. You go to cell. Now the height is 15. Let me put it to 80 so that you can see. You see it has been increased to 80. Let me undo it. Then here we have AutoSum. We actually discuss it when we come to formulas. There we have sort. The sort is used to arrange maybe your writings. Let's assume, look at these numbers. Look at these numbers. They are 1 to 3 to 10. They are 1, 2, 3 to 10, but they are not well arranged. I can go to this sort and say arrange it in ascending or descending order. You see it has been arranged. Okay, that is it for home. We have discussed everything about home. So let's go to insert tab. So for the insert tab, there are several things here in the insert tab. We have different things here. The fourth is the pivot table. This pivot table is used to summarize your writing, to summarize maybe your table or something of that nature. So once you come here, you can select the table and you go to pivot table. You click on inside the pivot table and look at it. It has summarized it. Let me undo it. So that is it for that one. Then after that, we have insert table. After the pivot table, look at these writings here. It is not in it is just, I just type it. It's not in the table. You can go to insert table and it will insert the table for you. You see it, and you can decide to change the table to you can decide to select any format that you want here. Look at where you can select anyone that you want. So that is it. I undo it. I'm pressing Ctrl Z to undo whatever I did. So, and after that we have some pictures. We have insert pictures. When you click on insert, it can take you to your desktop and you insert any picture that you want. You see it, I have inserted. I can delete it. And after that we have clip art. The clip art is built-in pictures in the computer. So once you click on clip art, this box will appear, this window will appear. So you type the name of whatever you want to insert and it will appear. You just drag it and it will be inserted. It will be inserted. So it will be inserted. Let me close it. So that is it for insert clip. We also have different shapes. We have different shapes, cycles, so and so forth. You can insert it. We have smart art here that you can use for your analysis. You just select any one you want to insert and click on it and it will appear. Let me delete it. So, and it will appear there. And after that we have some figures here that is used for analysis. You have some figures that is used for analysis. Okay, for that particular figures, let's assume that you have some writings. let's assume you have some writings, maybe 100, and you have another one 30, and you have another one 20. So for these figures now, for these several figures that are here, let's just pick one of them and see how it works. This is a pie chart. We can just click on it. You see it already analyzed everything. Look at this blue portion stand for 100, the red portion stand for 30, and the other portion stand for 20. So that is it. That is how it works. That is how it works. The portions are 4 because instead of selecting 3 portions, I selected 4 portions. This one is empty. It's an empty portion. So that is why it came out to be 4. So that is it. And still under insert, we are still under insert. We have text box. You can still go and pick text box. If you want to write, you just pick the text box and write whatever you want to write. Still under insert, we have symbols, object and symbols. Let me go to symbols. They are almost the same thing. We have some symbols here. In case there's any symbol that you didn't find in your keyboard, you can go to symbols and pick any of them, and that is it. So we are done with insert, and then we come to page layout. Page layout is just for you to set how your page will look like. It's just for you to set how your page will look like. Here we have themes. You can select any themes. The theme will decide how this your page will look like. And we have margins here. The margin is the page margin. You can decide to set the page margin. The page margin, of course, you should be familiar with what is margin on a page. When you print a page, that space, when you print something, that space that is on that paper before the writings, that is the margin. Then we have orientation. Orientation, it can be, you can decide to make it landscape, or you make it portrait. And then we have size, paper size, or we have the paper size. You can decide to choose any paper size like A4 and whatever you want. Then here print area, you select the print area that you want to print. We have what is called page break. In case your page is too long, you want to break it, you can put your mouse pointer or your cursor to where you want to break and go to page break and click on break or remove. We have background. With this background, you can go to your computer, select any picture and make it as your background. You see, I have changed the background. I press Ctrl Z to remove it. Then the print title, here you can still adjust how you want the page to be in case you print it. Here we have, in this section, you can make one page. We can make like 2 pages here to appear in one paper, or 3 pages or 4 pages to appear in one paper, and you can do that by reducing the weight of these pages. You can reduce the width of these pages or the height or the scale of these pages so that they can appear maybe four pages in one paper. Then we have here, the next stage here, we have views. You can remove this line, all these lines, the rows and the column. When you go to grid and remove the grid, you see it is now blank. And you also can remove the headings and the row headings and the column headings. You can remove it. And when you click on all these print, when you select all these print, it means the grid. When you print this page, it will be printed with the grid, with these rows and column, and it will be printed with the row head and the column head. That's the importance of ticking all these places. Then we have some places here, bring to the front, send to the back. This can only be used when you have object. That is why it is not selected. We have, okay, let me insert some object. Let me insert some object here. You see, I have inserted one object. Let me duplicate it. I have duplicated it. Let's zoom the object at the back is red. So you can come here and select the back one and say bring to front. You see, that's how it works. and you can reduce this object here. You can decide to reduce it or increase it. So that is it. We are done with page layout. Then let's come to formulas. Let me delete all these ones. Let's come to formulas. Here we have different formulas here, and all these formulas, we have the formulas used for, we have the market women formulas here, which we currently are mostly used in Excel. The ones I'm talking of, like the sum, average, and so on and so forth. We have other formulas that are used, like the mathematical function, but for the sake of this tutorial, we are going to concentrate on this everyday use formulas. These the everyday use formulas. We are going to concentrate on them. So let's assume you have some writings here. Let's assume we have some things that we want to add or delete. Let's assume we have some of these writings here, and we want to sum them. So you just select the first one. You can come to Excel and say sum. You see it has sum 30 plus 10 is 40. So then the good thing about Excel is that you don't have to be doing it to all of them. This sum, you don't have to be doing it to all of them. You can just do one and drag it, it will sum the rest. So that is one good thing about Excel. Then here we have define name. All these cells you see has their names, and this is the name box we all know. So in any cell, look at this cell. This cell is noted by G9. Look at G9. So you can actually change the name of the cell by coming here and say define name, maybe family man. You see? So okay, let's just say family. Okay, look at it. The name of the cell has been changed to family. So instead of F9 or something, have changed to family. So you can come here to see all the names and so on and so forth. When you come here, you see all the names that we have changed here. So that is it for that one. That's the frequently used formulas that we have seen here. So here we also have data. In this data, you can insert data. If you want to insert data, it's asking you where do you want to insert data from Access, from the web, from text, from any other sources you can think of. And after that, here we are discussing the items under data, and after that we have insert. We have sort. We have sort here, which we have discussed. You can use it to arrange your data as in ascending or descending order. You can use it to arrange your data in ascending or descending order. And after that, under review here, we have some check. If you want to check spelling errors, if you want to check your English translations, this tool here is mostly used in Word documents, because in Excel is more of figures, So after that, we also have some things here. You can decide to protect your document by inserting password. You can click on protect document and insert password. Protect sheet and insert password. But one problem with this is when you forget the password, to recover it is where the problem lies. And after that, we have view. After the review, we have view, and under view is nothing done. The view is nothing done as changing or adjusting how the worksheet look like. Here we have it is under normal view. We have page layout. How you adjust it, that's how. The more you adjust it, the more the changes. You see some changes. So let's return it to the normal view. Now it is in the normal view. So once you go to page layout, the view will change. You go to page break preview. all is different views, different views that you see. So after that, we have grade lines. You can decide to grade line, remove the grade lines. I told you that the grade lines are these rows and columns. We have the formula bar. You can decide to remove the formula bars, the headings, all you can decide to remove them. We have the zoom buttons and so on and so forth. So that is Microsoft Excel. That is the major tools and the features we use here in Microsoft Excel. That is frequently the tools that are frequently used. So guys, Excel is something very, very interesting, and the more you continue to work with it, the more you continue to become familiar with it. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel, and still watch out for other videos because we are going to have more tutorials on this Microsoft Excel. Thank you for watching.